The second annual St. Patrick's Day Celebration of Aging at Gadsden Street United Methodist Church is coming up next month. This event will kick off a series of lectures covering senior-related topics. Joining us now is Dr. Rodney Guttman, who will share what to expect and how you can get involved. Good morning, Dr. Guttman. We're so excited to have you.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, of course, my first question is, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your relationship is to this Gadsden Street celebration for St. Patty's Day.
Well, I'm director of the Center on Aging out here at the University of West Florida, and I've been back in Pensacola for about 3 years. I'm actually a native. I've been up and down the East Coast primarily for my education. My research focus is Alzheimer's disease, and shortly after I got to town, of course, I learned of Dr. Jacoby, who is a real force in the area. She's a retired geriatrician and has been really a strong advocate for the center and for the Council on Aging, as a matter of fact. And so getting to know her during my first few months here, she and I have just been running with it for the last 3 years, so it's been really great.
So kind of going back to why you're actually here is for the St. Patty's Day celebration that the church is hosting, but of course in partnership with some other folks. So tell us about this event. When and where is it? Give us the details.
Right. So about 2 years ago, we had our first annual St. Patty's Day Senior Adult Series. And again, this was a brainchild of Dr. Jacoby and John Clark from the Council, Anna Diaz from the AHEC, and the folks at the Area Agency on Aging and myself. We're thinking of what else can we do in the community to bring some knowledge to the community. You know, there's a lot of work done for health fairs and those sorts of things. And the church is looking at it as sort of mind, body, spirit. They do a lot for the spirit and not so much for the mind and the body as they'd like to do. And so we thought, well, maybe we would marry some of the knowledge base that we have in the community, a lot of the local expertise we have, along with some of the exercise programs that we think that have been demonstrated to be beneficial. And so that's really what it is. And we host it down at Gadsden Street United Methodist Church. That's just down from Krispy Kreme. Apparently, that's a fairly famous location here in Pensacola.
You're talking about health and wellness, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, exactly. You go to Krispy Kreme and hang a left, right? That's where it is. And so we had a lot of fun with it last year. Had a tremendous turnout. I think we had over 150 people come to our initial event on St. Patrick's Day last year, and that again followed up with some exercise and some education. So we decided, you know, this was successful. We're gonna try it again. And so we're repeating it. Same St. Patrick's Day kickoff. We'll have vendors again, and then some presentations. Then the next week, and for the following 6 weeks, we'll be rolling.
Great. Well, and you talked about health fairs, but this is not a health fair, and we want to emphasize that. What is it exactly? What's going on? Well,
on the first day is sort of the kickoff, and that's again on Tuesday, the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, so easy to remember. I'll give a little presentation, sort of kick things off, talk about what's happening. That first day there will be vendors, just like we had last year, providing information on the variety of services that are in the community, things that they do. That runs a gambit of variety of things. This year's focus is on safety, so I'll be talking a little bit about safety, and we can go into some more of that a little bit later if you like. There'll be that, and then really the whole point of the day is to just gather people together, share some information, and then the following times we'll have education followed by some exercise.
Right, and as you alluded to, this event is actually the kickoff of a series that you're going to have. So tell us a little bit about that lecture series. So
the series this year, we're going to focus on safety issues, and it's going to run from car safety to medical safety, medications, those types of things. We have some other fall prevention, fraud, and scams. So each week during those 6 weeks, there'll be a different topic related to safety. I'll probably do one on related to Alzheimer's disease, and it's my area of focus, but we'll have folks come out, for example, car fit. We did car fit last year, but it was very rainy. So we're going to do another one on car safety, auto safety, and in fact, on April 8th and 9th, or in the middle of this series, the car fit folks from the state of Florida will be coming back to the University of West Florida to do an entire car fit event on the 8th and 9th out here on campus.
Great. Well, and so tell us about the structure. You said around the April time frame. So when does it start? When does it end? How do people get plugged in if they're interested?
Sure. So the phone number to call if you're interested in finding out more about it is 433-0014, and that's the phone number for the church. The series runs from March 23rd through April 27th, of course, with our kickoff on the 21st. And so that will be every Monday will be a lecture running from our lectures are from 1 to 2, and then we'll have Tai Chi classes from 2 to 3. every Monday, and then every Wednesday there's just the Tai Chi, and that's going to run from Wednesdays from 4 to 5. So there'll be sort of an academic piece, and then they'll be followed by an exercise piece.
Which is really great because you're kind of taking this holistic perspective. You're getting the lecture piece, you're getting the exercise piece. So tell us why this is so important. There's a variety of things going on.
Right. Well, you hit the nail on the head, a very holistic approach. I mean, we talk about aging. It covers the gamut. There's the biological side of aging, the psychological side of aging, and the sociological side of aging. So you think about mind, body, spirit ties into that to a certain degree. And when you talk about successful aging, which is kind of the purpose behind it, is to help us all age better, you need to work with your mind, your body, and your spirit. And so that includes sort of the knowledge base. And the way I characterize it for people is knowledge is like your shield. The more you know, the better you are able to defend yourself against bad things. Even if it was health related, the more you understand about your own health and what you can and can't do to change it, the better off you are. We talk about fraud and scams. The more knowledge you have about what people might be trying to do to you or get from you, the better prepared you are. And so we have that whole, and as the Center on Aging, of course, that's one of our major focuses, is educating the public and educating our students about that. So that's why we have the linkage, is just as you pointed out so accurately, it's a very holistic approach to the aging process.
Which is really great. So I imagine if someone's watching this show, they're going to be interested and want to sign up. Where can they do that? You
do that, contact the church at 433-0014. You could email me, since we're as a partner, you could email the Center on Aging at coa@uwf.edu. We'd be happy to connect you and get you plugged in. Anyone wants to volunteer, you can also call and volunteer. We always need people to come out and help man the booths, or just provide a little bit of support for folks as they get there. And so that's the best way to get involved.
Well, you said volunteer. I mean, are the volunteer opportunities limited to seniors, or can other folks come out as well?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned this. So we always talk about aging. Well, now we think about what aging, when does aging begin, right? It begins from conception. Right. So everyone is invited to come out and join. It's not just for people over 65. I view as the Center on Aging, our motto is think, adapt, succeed. And so that fits in nicely with the whole theme. But also, that starts from conception. You are, as a young adult, you are preparing yourself for the future. And so the types of things that we talk about, while we talk about them in relationship to being older, well, we all hope to be older one day. So for folks that want to come out, I would think of the event more as an intergenerational event than just targeting our seniors, because even like for the car fit event, so we'll need volunteers to do the car fit, so to come out and learn about car safety and how to set the seat and how to be aware, how to set the mirror and all those sorts of things. Right. So it's not just for older adults, everyone needs to be able to do that, but we focus on them because older adults are more at risk for certain things, for fraud and abuse and for injuries.
Sure. Well, just to kind of wrap it up, is there any last thing that you'd like to share about the event?
I would just say come, participate. The Tai Chi will be fantastic. It's a great way to get some exercise in sort of a low-impact environment. It will help with fall prevention, which, as we know, is a major factor for older adults. So I just strongly encourage everyone, regardless of your age, come out, hear the information, stick around for the Tai Chi. It's great fellowship. All of that is also a factor in having successful aging, is participating in society.
Well, it sounds like it's a lot of fun, something you can learn a lot from as well, and something that probably these folks aren't going to want to miss. So we thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.